Fred Willard passed away from natural causes in his sleep the other night. And while I knew he was getting up there in years, truthfully, this one comes as a surprise. Part of me just kind of thought that Fred would be around forever. As long as I can remember, he's been on TV and in movies and entertained and delighted audiences everywhere. Dang it, this one just hurts. My first memories of Fred are not on this show, by the way. I'm including the picture because it was a big deal. Fernwood Tonight was a spin-off of sorts from Mary Hartman, and was a parody of late-night talk shows. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Mary Hartman either. However, I did watch this show, Real People, which was a news program-style show that focused on real people doing interesting and unique things. Fred was a host during season 1 and then returned again towards the end of the program's run. I liked Real People, but it was the next thing that I remember Fred in that really caught my attention. Yep, a little movie called This Is Spinal Tap. I absolutely adored this film, which was directed by Rob Reiner and starred Michael McKean, Harry Shearer, and Christopher Guest. I don't know this for certain, but it wouldn't surprise me if Willard's small role in this movie led to bigger opportunities with Christopher Guest down the road in movies like Best in Show. Willard helped Guest further develop and refine the mockumentary film genre with this film and other collaborations like Waiting for Guffman, A Mighty Wind, and For Your Consideration. Being that I'm from Utah, I probably should mention this performance by Fred in a movie made for members of the Latter-day Saint faith where he plays a Mormon bishop. As usual, Willard was funny and charming in a movie that was not all that funny or charming. And yes, that's Gary Coleman there in the poster as well. Of course, most recently I've enjoyed Fred's work on the television program Modern Family, where he played Phil Dunphy's father, Frank. What an absolute joy it was to watch Fred in that role. He was so good. I guess it's not surprising that Fred was nominated for an Emmy Award for the role. While I wouldn't be surprised if his appearances in movies and TV programs numbered in the hundreds, the Modern Family role was special, and really in my mind, some of his very best work. There was just so much warmth and heart in his portrayal of Frank. With his passing, there have been lots of tributes via Twitter. Over the course of the past few hours, I've seen them from his Modern Family co-stars, as well as those that he worked with closely in films. But this one, well, I think it hits the nail on the head. It's from Steve Martin, a comedy legend in his own right. And he says, "You were my comic hero." Amen, Mr. Martin. I couldn't agree more. While I've focused on a few of Fred's roles in the world of entertainment, I think it's important, very important, to point out that Fred really tried to do good in this world. He donated a great deal of his time to charitable work with groups like Big Brothers and Big Sisters, City of Hope, and Actors and Others for Animals. In fact, Fred was so heavily involved in giving of himself that he received recognition from the city of Los Angeles for his outstanding humanitarian and philanthropic work. So that's it. One final picture, this time from another movie that I absolutely loved. Another movie that Fred, by his mere presence, made even better. Yep, I'm talking about Anchorman. Now it's your turn. Please share your memories in the comments section. And while you're at it, I would appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And I would be honored if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.